United States Championship. A really important title for WWE, one of the things which was really a great prize for the mid-card wrestlers. A championship that defined the mid-card division of WWE and professional wrestling as a whole. A title which was taken so seriously for a very long period of time now just became a watered down version of Intercontinental Championship. A championship which was used to kickstart some wrestling careers now have become just an ordinary championship. Nobody wants it. Nobody, even the wrestlers, doesn't care about it. Nobody sees the pride about it now, but that was never the case 5-10 years ago. So what happened in those years? Our really legendary championship just became a toy to play for different wrestlers. This is the fall of US Championship. Now, if you want to know the fall, you have to look at the rise, but don't worry, we are not going to go full history mode. We will do it in some different way. Now, the championship was also in NWA or Jim Crockett Promotions, WCW, and lastly WWE, and it's really a very old championship. It has a really deep history, but I will tell you shortly. So Harley Race was the inaugural champion, first champion. I cannot show you the video, not because of copyright issue, but it was a house show. The US Championship was very fondly defended at house shows, and most of the time the championship changed hands at house shows. And I really don't know how they did shows on television, what was the way, but I can say just this much: the championship most of the time changed hands at house shows till 1985. We are so in past, and I don't want to make you feel bored telling you each and small details about everything. Okay, fine, this is worth knowing about. On Stargate 1985, the first I Quit match took place for the US Championship. The ending was so brutal. He was hammering his head with a pointed piece of wood. So damn brutal. This match was Magnum TA versus Tully Blanchard. Magnum TA won the match, but after being champion for 2 years, he vacates the championship because he attacked the president of his company. He was stripped off from the United States Championship. I think the biggest thing happened at that time related to the US Championship. Now we'll jump straight to WCW part, but before going there, in Jim Crockett Promotions, Ric Flair won this championship 6 times, and Roddy Piper has also won this championship. But the thing is, they weren't that famous at that time. Their career just started. That's what I'm saying here. It used to give a really great kickstart to their pro wrestling career. They were making a name for themselves at that point, and United States Championship came before than Intercontinental Championship. So this was everything who just started their wrestling career. Now, without wasting any time, let's jump to WCW. Now, when this title came to WCW, they named it WCW United States Championship. Now, the title was vacated. Lex Luger had that title, but he vacated it when he won the World Championship. Our next champion was the Sting. I don't think the title was very well established at this point. It was just not enough. I'm not saying anything bad, but it needed something more. So, Dustin Rhodes also won this championship, but in 1993, at Starcade, nobody ever thought the guy that won this championship at that night would become one of the biggest stars of the WWE. Winning Steve Austin won that night. Just tell me one thing. At that time, watching him winning that championship, did you thought that this guy is going to be a star, and not just a star but a global pop culture icon? And then one of the best matches happened at that time, a legend like Ricky Steamboat versus a young Steve Austin. After this, a lot of legends won the title like Vader, Conan, but I will talk directly about Eddie Guerrero. Was Eddie Guerrero one of the greatest US champions of all time? I can't comment on that, but he really made some unnoticed contributions to take this title to a status. Eddie defeated DDP in a tournament final to win a vacated US championship. Eddie was in his late 20s at that time, like it was 1996. Eddie's first championship was US title. A lot of legends' first title was US championship. I think his WWE reign was a lot better than this reign. Still, the US championship reached to a status at that point. But it was still not the must watch thing. Reigns were shorter, and there were a lot of champions under the WCW banner. I'm not going to take the names because there's just no point. I think so. One more thing, there were some best champions under WCW banner which were really great. DDP really made that championship interesting and was fun to watch. Then you got Rick Rude as a champion. He was a good champion. I think so. You should also watch Goldberg versus Raven. Really underrated match. Goldberg almost wrestled for 7 minutes. Those days Goldberg used to wrestle a little bit longer. I think there is no much to talk about, and now comes the most important part of this video: WWE United States Championship. When WWE bought WCW, they still used WCW United States Championship. When that championship came to WWF, Chris Kanyon became champion. It was a short reign. Rhino has also won this championship, and now I will jump straight to the main part. Edge becomes the champion, defeats the Intercontinental Champion Test in a title unification match, but the US Championship was deactivated after that. And now I think the most important part from here starts. The United States Championship really started growing from here. The US Championship became something, and all this started from a tournament. A tournament took place, and the participants were Chris Benoit, Rhino, Matt Hardy, Rikishi, Billy Gunn, John Cena, Ultimo Dragon, and the Lie, Cheat, and Steal Eddie Guerrero. All the matches were so good. Even John Cena was there in that tournament and was defeated by Billy Gunn. He was defeated because of Undertaker's distraction, and John Cena was building his Thugonomics character at that time. He was so close to become a top star in WWE, and he became a top star. Talking about other side, Chris Benoit went up to the finals, gave some great matches. He was a great talent in the ring. And Eddie Guerrero, man, he got super over during this. He was loved so much by the fans at this time. Eddie Guerrero, man, what a talent he was. He won the whole tournament so uniquely. Every match he found a way to cheat, he found a way to steal. He was so entertaining. Eddie's true character came out during these times. And you know, the best part is he cheated in the finals also. He defeated Chris Benoit, won the United States Championship. Eddie, miss him so much. So Eddie's US run was about 84 days. He was so great during this. Eddie was defeated by Big Show, and Eddie Guerrero tried to cheat here also. This feud was entertaining, good creativity. Eddie tried to cheat in this match also, and those times referees was so sensitive. One light touch or something like that was enough for them to make them hurt. Talking about Big Show and Eddie Guerrero, Eddie wasn't able to take the win, so Big Show is your new champion. And after this, you know what happens? John Cena wins the US title. Seriously, that championship is the most important thing for John Cena. US title in Cena's hands is like a homeless person got home. John Cena did everything to take that title to the next level. When John Cena won that championship, John Cena was climbing stairs for success. Cena was stripped of this title, and that championship was won by Booker T, one of the most underrated US champs of all time. A four-time US champ, I think he deserves more appreciation. After this, Booker T and Cena faces each other on a best of 5 series match, which was won by John Cena, and John Cena loses to a newcomer named Carlito. Yes, he's that guy who returned during Royal Rumble 2021 eating an apple. He has defeated John Cena for the US Championship. Now, I think he was really going to get a good push, but I think he shot on his own foot. There was some backstage issue. Cena again wins the title, but he again loses the title to a newcomer named Orlando Jordan. Nobody cared. You got Chris Benoit as champion. After Benoit and after few others champion, a guy named Bobby Lashley won that championship. Just kidding, Bobby Lashley needed it. During the end of 2006, we got two really long reigns of Chris Benoit and MVP. Chris Benoit reign was of 222 days and MVP's reign was 343 days. This was a really great achievement by MVP. Now all these things which I said really made US title. It really built the US title because all this were interesting. There were some boring moments, but most of it till here was interesting. You got Shelton Benjamin now, and I think it was the golden period for the US Championship. Booker T, Lex Luger, John Cena, MVP, Ric Flair, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, DDP, Roddy Piper are some of the names that really made the championship what it is today. What we looked till now was the rise. Now it's time for the fall. I think the fall started when Bret Hart won that championship. Bret Hart defeats Miz during 2010 to win this championship. Bret Hart at the age of 53 defeats Miz. You know, it's all good and great for that nostalgia factor. And I like Bret the Hitman Hart. I don't hate him, but was it necessary? He vacated the title on the next Raw. Now, did I mean Bret Hart is the reason for the fall? No, I didn't mean that. I said it started from here. After this, R-Truth wins it. Reign was short. From here, we were slowly hurting that championship. There were champions like Santino Marella, sure entertaining, but it was just not for him. You got Dean Ambrose, I think a really decent reign after a long time, but was it great? No, it wasn't great because the Shield and the storylines going around them just overshadowed it. After this, Sheamus wins this title, and after this, Rusev. First, let's just give a huge round of applause to him. If John Cena is on number 1 for US Championship, then number 2 without a doubt will be Rusev. Rusev brought the life back to this championship, which was dying. Rusev came like a monster, but a good monster, like the way Angel comes, and did everything in his hand to win this championship. When Rusev had the title, it felt special. It was looking like the title was just made for him. The feud between John Cena and Rusev, it was like USA versus Russia or Bulgaria, whatever. But great feud. Both of them performed like their country's pride was dependent on it. Kalisto also did an awesome job, but again Rusev wins the title. So US title, which was dying a slow death, got some revive from Rusev. After this, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho and Owens was going on. The feud was good. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens, a really personal feud. But you put US title in the middle of it, which was kind of okay, I guess. AJ Styles won the title at MSG, which was mind blowing, unexpected, you see. And after this, Ziggler won this championship, and fans were really happy for him. But he vacated the title, and I was like, why did you do that? Everybody was so happy, and he just walks out. After this, I think nothing good happened with US title. After this, Bobby Roode won that championship, not really that good. Randy Orton reign was also not that good because they just gave him the championship to make him a Grand Slam champion. Shinsuke Nakamura liked him as a talent but didn't do anything. Samoa Joe reign just fell flat. See, here was the thing. Talent was good. Talent who won the championship after Ziggler vacated the title was so good. But the booking sucked and it really killed it. After this, no reign was good. There were neither any good storylines revolving around the championship. The booking was the main reason what killed the title. I don't want to take the names because I don't think it was their fault either. After 2017, it died really quickly, and there was no one to revive it. No one came as a superhero like Rusev or John Cena or Eddie Guerrero. During 2019, Ricochet runs, AJ Styles run, Rey Mysterio's run was not good. WWE's overall content quality was not good, and I can say, in my opinion, the US title dropped after Dolph Ziggler dropped the title on 2017. And they are trying to revive it, but I think now we need John Cena or a Rusev type of guy to do it. That's it.